Good evening, friends. I am Suresh Nadagoda here, having more than 12 to 13 years of experience in trading and investment, and having closely tracked Indian stock market and particularly through technical analysis and fundamental analysis. And these are the way of analyzing the markets, right? So I am going to talk today about the Indian cement industry, very fastest growing, and has given more than an employment of 10 million plus people, right? So the Indian cement industry is the second largest cement producer in the world. After China, India is the second largest, having more than 545 million tons of annual cement production capacity. Particularly South India, which clocks around 40% of the total cement production out of 540 million tons. Among all these, the Indian cement industry is going to be like telecom industry. Lots of consolidation is taking place. After Adani has entered into a cement industry by acquiring ACC Cement and Ambuja, a lot of things have got changed. That consolidation in terms of mergers and acquisitions have taken a greater speed than ever before. The top two players in the Indian cement industry now are unquestionably Aditya Birla Group Ultratech Cement and from the Adani Group, the ACC and Ambuja. Today, the biggest news has been announced by Ultratech Cement by acquiring remaining promoter stake of India Cements Ltd, which is a 76 years old company, started out in 1946 and acquired 32.72% of the promoter stake directly from the promoters and the promoters' family at the cost of 3,954 crore, which is completely cash deal, and the per share basis, if you calculate, which will come around 390 rupees. Here the very important point I want to highlight here is the same Ultratech Cement has bought or purchased a stake from the block market or open market in the month of June 2024 around 23.07%. Per share was around 268 rupees then, just 1 month back. Now the same Ultratech Cement company, to kill the competition and to avoid the competitors to acquire the promoter stake directly from the promoters of India Cements, it has paid a hefty valuations of 45.5% of a premium, which is around 390 rupees per share, where company has paid 268 rupees month back and now 390 rupees per share in just a gap of 1 month, which is a 45.5% premium, which shows the aggression of acquiring remaining stake from the India Cements Limited by Ultratech Group or Ultratech Cement. When you look at the fundamentals of India Cements Limited, as you can see on the screen here now, numbers are not great. I agree. Numbers are definitely not great. The return ratios are very poor. Right, the market capitalization of 11,592 crores. The return ratio like return on capital employed, return on equity, they are all in a negative. The company is not very well efficiently managed its own fund and the borrowed funds. And the promoter stake is just way below 30-35%. And the numbers are not great. I agree. But India Cements Limited's legacy is not decade or 2 decades old. It is a 7 decades old company. Started out in 1946 by current Vice Chairman Mr. Srinivasan's father, who was Sri C.S.N.N. Shankaralingaya Iyer, who started this business with a great determination, and eventually, because of the succession issues, company or the board of directors of India Cements, including the vice chairman, has taken a decision of giving away his remaining promoter stake to competitors. So that is an end of 76 years old legacy. If you look at this sales volume, not great. These are the quarterly numbers of India Cements. Look at the quarterly numbers. March 2024, the company was able to sell 1,267 crores worth of cement, out of which expenses were more and the operating profit was just 38 crore rupees. The operating profit margin was just 3%. I mean what? For every 100 rupee, company makes profit of, or the operating profit margin of 3%. And the interest paid around 65 crores, against which the company has borrowed from various financial institutions. And after paying the tax and everything, company's net profit was 61 crores. Very pathetic again. And these are the annual numbers, right? Not great. In 2023, the total sale turnover of India Cement was 5,157 crores. In March 2024, after 11 years, total sales of India Cements was 5,112 crores. Not at all grown. The top line was absolutely flat. There was not even single lower digit growth. And the rising expenses. There was no control over the cost, right? So this mid-cap company has absolutely suffered rising cost with flat sales, and over the years, look at the operating profit margin from 18% to 2% in just span of 13 years. That's the beauty of pricing power. When you cannot command the price over your products, sooner or later you will be out of your business, because the pricing power will get the numbers, both top line and bottom line, and even including operating profit margins and the net profit margins and the total net profit, and for that matter free cash flow as well. So if you look at the net profit of India Cements in this financial year, I mean the recent concluded financial year, that was 24th March, was minus 227 crores. Absolutely no great numbers. And this is the balance sheets. Alright, the reserves are 5,265 crores. But look at the borrowings. The borrowings are equally or more than the reserves. So company is in a deep trouble. So when there is no net profit, there is no meaning in analyzing the cash flow statement. Obviously, very pathetic. There is no any free cash flow. Alright, numbers are not great. So this is the end of a story of India Cements, subject to regulatory approvals, which will come sooner or later for sure. But what I'm going to next to talk about is Ultratech Cements' aggression and that zeal of acquiring small and mid-cap players in the Indian cement industry, and to reach Ultratech's goal of reaching 200 million tons per annum capacity. By that, already Ultratech is the largest cement producer in India and one of the largest cement producers in Asia also. The way acquiring companies by Ultratech Cement, soon it will reach the target of 200 million tons per annum capacity. And definitely there will be two top players where the tug of war is going to be huge. And in my understanding, only 5 to 6 players will be there, like in telecom, how 4 players are there now. 6 players will be there in Indian cement industry, maybe 5-6 years down the line. And those players are no doubt Ultratech Cement, Adani Group, Ramco Cements, Sri Cement, Dalmia, and JSW Group. Only these 6 players will be there, and rest all, I think there will be no great future for them because rising cost, flat sales, no net profit, paying so much of interest against their borrowings to financial institutions will have no space for survival. With this, I am going to conclude the Indian cement industry is on the evolutionary phase which will be controlled by majorly few players, and I really wish and hope there will be a better pricing, better margin, better net profit ahead for these companies in coming days. Thank you so much.